guys, Shannon here at Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and today we are back with another Scraps to Embellishments video for the swap over on Ginger's corner on her Facebook group. Sign-ups will start tomorrow for this swap. This week's theme is Daddy Dearest, so anything to do with Dad. And I ended up doing this file. This is a Marjorie Ann Designs file. I'll put the link below to her site. But she has been doing a monthly free cut file on her group. Like, not on her page, but in the private group. You have to request to join. But she gives a free cut file, and as long as you play along and submit for that month, then you get to play along the next month. If you request the free file and then you don't play, then you don't get to get any more free files. But I have been having fun. She gives you like a whole month to use the cut file to create a card, or so far it's been a card both times. But this one is the Superdad file, and it looks like a lot of pieces, but it's really not a lot of work. It's actually fairly simple, and I'm going to try to stay in frame for stuff. So I'm just going to use my Gathered Twigs Distress Oxide to ink all the pieces, and I'm just going to ink lightly, as you can tell. So this one don't need to be inked because this one's the base. And I know it gets a little confusing whenever you start looking at cut files like this, because it's a lot. It seems like a lot of pieces, and you're like, where in the world does this stuff go? And luckily she actually creates a base to go with her cut files, because some of the other pages don't. And it makes it really hard to try to line everything up. So, but she has lots and lots of free cut files. I think this little bear is called Franklin. I think she calls her bears Franklin and Franny. But I have found that hers are probably the easiest bears to put together. I really enjoy them over all the other ones. Like, the other sites have, you know, I love Cadoodlebug Designs and Treasure Box and Cuddly Cute. They all have really cute stuff, but I feel like her bears, the way she has them laid out to put together, are the easiest ones. They're really simple. So, I don't have any affiliation with any of the cut files. I'm not on their design team or anything to try to get you to use them, but I personally enjoy these. I like the cutesy nature of them, and they have cut files for everything pretty much over there on all those different sites. Alright, and if you ink one thing, you pretty much have to ink it all, so that it looks like nothing's left out. This one I like to add just a little bit more, since the little, what do you call it, like the triangle with the S is going to be on there. I like to just add a little more so that you can kind of see that. And I'm just inking lightly. You could totally ink in the same color and all that if you so choose. You could choose not to ink at all. It's really about you and personal preference and what you like. But y'all know I think that if you ink it and do all the little pen work, it just gives them a personality and brings them to life. So, okay, there's that. Now this S, the paper still needs to come out of the center, where my Cricut didn't cut it all the way because it's so small. And I'm just going to poke those out. Alright. And then I'm just going to ink it a little bit. And then I'm going to ink these, which is the collar. So it helps if you pull up the picture to look at. Whenever I buy a cut file or I download a cut file, even if it's free, I always save the picture to my computer along with the cut file so that I have a picture to go back and refer to, and it's super easy. And my idea behind that was at one point, which it might still happen, I'm not going to say it won't, but I wanted to take all the pictures of the cut files, because I literally have hundreds that I have bought, and compile it all into a notebook, like print out the picture and add it to a notebook so that whenever I want to use a cut file, I could just flip through my book. Now, that's a great idea, and I love it. It hasn't quite exactly worked out. My original idea was that I was going to cut out each one of the cut files and make a notebook. But then I thought, you know what, I could save the picture and just print it, and it would be okay. So, I don't know yet. We'll see what the future holds. Alright, so we're going to start by putting the legs on. There is an order that you need to go in to put these together. So first off, we're going to start with the legs. And you're just going to kind of line them up. And there will be a little thing in between them. And see, if you didn't ink it, like, it wouldn't be really noticeable. It'd just look like one piece. So that's why I like to ink, because it helps draw out all those the little detail stuff. Okay, and then next I like to put on the ears, which is going to be these. And you just have to kind of match up the shapes. Now, if this is your first time putting together one of these cut files, it can be overwhelming, and you're like, where does this junk go? Like I said, have a picture and be patient. After you've done these a few times, you'll get the hang of it. You'll kind of know, okay, well, that part is this. And, because my friend, she likes to do these. She likes to look at them, but she don't really have the patience for them. So, she gets overwhelmed, and she'll video chat me and's like, where does this piece go? This makes no sense. And then I have to go look at the picture and tell her, okay, this is where it's supposed to go. So then these are the centers of the ears. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue and put this here. So I'm always down to video chat, you know, if y'all got me on Facebook and you want to chit chat, I'm there. I've tried to do Zoom. It does it. I mean, I've run a few Zooms and it works out good. I have some people join, but a lot of time people say that it's not a good time for them, and I understand that, but I can't be everywhere all the time, so I will do some more of those in the future, but I'm filming this video ahead, so whenever you're watching this video, oh, there's another knot in here. Whenever y'all are watching this video, I'm still recovering from foot surgery that I had. So, actually, it'll be 2 days. I had surgery 2 days before this video airs. So you guys pray for me, because I'm gonna need it. I've had 3 foot surgeries. This is gonna be my 4th. And they're taking out the metal, so, because my body is trying to reject it. Alright, so then we have this, and like I said, there's no way to really line it up. You just have to kind of look at the picture and judge, okay, where does it fall overall? And like the arms up here, I can see that it goes down further than the arms, so that's kind of why I just put it there, and then and then this goes on. And then the next thing is you're going to be putting these arms on, and they're not really going to line up either. I mean, they kind of will, but you just have to put them in like this. And just line it up so that it's lined up here. Now, with this cut file, it is easy to put together once you figure out where all the pieces are. But I will say it's a little different than most of hers. Normally, she would just cut solid pieces instead of piecing like arms and jackets and all that. She would just cut whole pieces and then you would layer it a certain way to get the same look. But this time she's chosen, for whatever reason, to do all the other little pieces. So I don't know why, but it's okay. Okay, so then this one, you're just going to line these up. These are going to be the jackets, and you're just going to keep building. Actually, wait. Let's put this together and add it on first, because the jacket flaps are going to go over top of the Superman symbol. Okay, there's that, and then let's put the S on. Alright, that's why I usually, if there's anything to build like this, has 3 pieces to this one thing, I usually try to actually do that first. I just didn't this time. But, okay. So, we have that. Okay, and then we're going to put the jacket flaps on. And just line those up. Now, you could totally pop some of this up on foam tape, foam dots, if you so choose. But since it has so many layers, I feel like and if you ink it, it already gives it so much dimension that you really just don't need to do more. You can see from this one, and I don't know if I showed y'all this, but look at the little glasses. Do you see the reflection? I took a piece of acetate and put behind the glasses and then cut it out. But you could totally use glossy accents just to make it look like it's real glasses. I need a little more glue here. Okay, so then the next thing is we're going to add these flaps on. And they're just going to go like this. And I know it looks all janky up in here, but you need to do all this first before you add the head, because if not, it don't leave you would have to pull the head up to tuck all this stuff under, because you're not supposed to see it, because it's supposed to be tucked under his chin. Okay, so we have all of that stuff. We need to put the tie on. So you can see the tie lines up. It has a spot over here to line up. So that's going to judge where that goes. I guess he's supposed to be blowing in the wind over here, taking it off. Clark Kent. Okay, so then now you're going to put the head on. And I'm going to be generous with the glue this time around, because it has so many layers, you're going to have to glue it down too. I want it to hold. I'm just holding it for a minute, and you can see it covered up all the little rough edges there. Actually, let's go ahead and put on the feet. These are the feet, and they just go on over top of this. And then this one. I usually pop the feet and the hands up on foam tape, but like I said, I'm not going to this time because it already has so much dimension. And its hands. Okay, and then we're going to add the nose. And I am going to leave a little bit of space up here so that I can tuck the glasses under, so I'm not going to put glue. That night's driving me crazy. I hope it's not like y'all can see it all flying around everywhere. We've had watermelon and we've had corn, all the fresh stuff starting to come in, and but the fruit flies love it too. Okay, like I said, I left it a little bit where it's not glued. Now, I'm not going to glue this on yet. I'm just going to tuck it kind of where I'm going to want it to sit. And you want the glasses to go down behind the nose. You could have it on top if you wanted, but... and then I just put my glue dots so that I know where I want to put the eyeballs. And then I just take this off. And then these are the eyes. Alright, and you can tilt them or whatever you want to do. Now, let's put the nose on. This one's the nose. And it's just going to go here. And then this little bitty dot is the mouth. Now, if you don't want to cut that out on your Cricut because it's so tiny, I get it. I usually don't either, and you can totally just take your pen and draw it in, or you could leave him without a mouth. It don't matter. Okay, so now is whenever, before I add the glasses on, is whenever I like to do my making the cheeks and finishing the eyes before I put glasses on, and then try to draw everything in. So this is just decorating chalk. Y'all saw me use it a million times. And this little brush is just a little makeup brush. And I'm just going to chalk on the cheeks. Now, after I do it, I rub it off so that it's not super bright. If you mess up and you don't like the way it looks and you have a glue eraser, you can get these at Dollar Tree. Literally, you can just take your glue eraser and just erase it off, and it will come right off. Now, I have this on textured cardstock, so it does get down in there more, so it's not 100% perfect if you erase it, but it's enough that you can fix it so that you like it better. Okay, so like I said, I want him some cheeks, but I don't want them super dark. Okay, and then now is whenever I like to go in and do my pen work and all that stuff. So I'm just using this Sharpie S-Gel 1.0 pen. I got these at Walmart. These are really good for outlining the watercolor flowers and stuff like that. It doesn't gunk it up. But I got these at Walmart for, I think it was like $4, and there's 3 or 4 in the pack. I know it was less than $5. So I just like to be real easy. Now, you can also use a fine line pen and do this, which works great too, but I really like these and they write really good. So, and then I just draw the little line to his mouth. And then, I go in and do the eyes. Oops, I'm just knocking everything over. Let me put my pen in my glue, because if not, it'll be dried out. Alright, so I just draw my little eyes in. Now, you could do these any way you wanted to. And then I like to just do, y'all know I like to do the little dots to make it so that it's like a reflection. And then I like to highlight the nose. And then I also like to give freckles. And even though this is a dad, I don't know, it just gives it personality and I like it. So, do what you like. Now, on this one I did a lot of pen work, and I'd started out in black. I don't know that I love it, so I think I'm going to do some pen work, but I'm just going to do it in white on here this time so that it's not like super crazy. And real like standing out, noticeable. Just do the little hands. Do the ears. And then I will draw him in some eyebrows here in a second. I like that one better. This one has too much. I went too crazy. Okay, so for his glasses, all I did was take a piece of acetate. This is just from packaging. It's a little bit thicker, not super thick. And then I just took the glasses and I just glued them on. See, my glue's already getting gunked up and it wasn't even open long. Alright, and then I just glue this to this and I hold it for a minute. I see a little fuzzy on there from my Cricut. Okay. And then I just cut this out. And I know this is hard to see because it is see-through. So, and then I just go around the edges and fussy cut. Now, like I said, I have used glossy accents in the past. I just didn't want to this time. I wanted to do it a little bit different. And this is a lot less messy than using glossy accents. And then you have to wait a couple hours for it to dry. So, we didn't do that. Oops. Let's see, I'm on this side. Now you could totally just recut this on your Cricut with the acetate if you wanted to, but for the time it would take to do all that, just to do the glasses, line it all up, and all that, it's just easier for me to fussy cut it myself. Okay, so then you have your little glasses, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of glue around the edges, again in the same area I glued the acetate to, because I don't want to go too crazy and have it smush out onto it. And then I'm just going to pull this up a little bit so I can tuck it, and then put it down over his little eyes. And I'm going to hold it down for a minute to get a good little grip. And then I'm going to go back in, so now I can see where the glasses fall, and just do him some little eyebrows. And it is done. Look how cute it is. Okay. I love it. I love that one better than this one. I did too much pen work on this one. And I could probably fix it some on the jacket if I went back over it with my white gel pen, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it. It's not super bad. But to win this one, take and leave me a comment and tell me, or don't tell me anything. Tell me something. Tell me something good. Just leave me a comment to be entered to win this little bear. It would be perfect on your Father's Day layouts. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this, even though it's a little bit longer. And until next time, bye y'all.